Gas. I will not. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can call do the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field and they are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. What's the name? Mike, 53.
On 1st and 10, Brissett looking deep for Hilton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, they'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it. And
that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Colts first down.
Check 53. Here we go, Steve. Here I come.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 45 on second down, Brissett. Funchess has it complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Be ready. Be ready.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Brissett on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Shut up.
Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13.
Check 53's mine. Check 53's mine. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Out of the gun, Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. On first down, it's Mack. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Rush him. Let it go. Watch the out. Watch the out. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. You ain't got nothing.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. That time, Juan Thornhill, the rookie from Virginia, batting it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. First down, Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. The 30, 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 78 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Chiefs 14, Colts 10.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is McCoy, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Taking a deep shot here for Hart. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nicole Hardman, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. But not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brissett now. Looking deep for Hilton. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You got 4. 8 yards. You got 4. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
53 is the mic. You go night-night. Tell them night-night. Check. Henry. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. Check. Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike.
From the 38, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? But Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We own it. We own it.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Mahomes firing complete and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Mahomes to throw once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
He can run for it, and he will. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing now is Mahomes. being chased out left. And he's going to... Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good. Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game. And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A big hitter to start the drive has them up near midfield here for first and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. On first down, they'll start out with Mack. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They go right back to Mack. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here's Brissett. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Mahomes now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A run by Mack to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All you give us a headache. All you give us a headache. 53 to Mike.
Here's Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the Colts first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47.
Defense, let's go. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll run with Mack. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
You got nothing. You got nothing. Mike.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throw it. Brissett. Funches has it complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. They'll run here with Mack. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
On 2nd and goal. Brissett flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now McCoy. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking deep for Hilton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now here's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready!
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Get that quarterback and off.
A second down throw for Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Check. Fresno. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike 53.
Brissett from the gun on third. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd down, Brissett again. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Let's go.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? That's what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Mike 58 right there. Silver.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He's got Jack Doyle. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that will shave one more off this lead. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now a draw play. This is McCoy. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Walker. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd down, here's McCoy. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the calendar change to October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, this for the that hate us, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When the not save us, yeah, be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch.
Since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.